everyone. Today I will be teaching y'all a very sucky tutorial on how to weather your own engine, make it look old, make it look grimy, you know what I mean. Yeah, but we're gonna get straight into it. This is just a simple tutorial on how to make your engine, well, I'll give you an example, look like this thing right here. Make it, you can see how, like, you can see the dirt. The wreck rebuild part is for another thing, but you can see how it looks dirty and just old and just tired. So we're gonna get straight into it. First of all, you want to get the engine that you want to weather, and if you want to have a clean version, then you want to come up here to content and then press clone. But if you want to just weather just whatever engine, you just click on it and start from there. But I'm gonna be doing a new engine. So what I'm gonna do is, after I cloned it, I'm gonna go to today, exit out of that, and it's gonna say new asset, and I'll have the picture of the engine right here. Want to double tap in that, just press show and explore, new asset, mesh body. From there you want to hit map 1, bring it all the way over here to Photoshop. We're gonna be doing this in Photoshop. All right, from here you can see the map of your locomotive and whatever the heck you want to do from here. So first of all, if you want to make some adjustments, you can go ahead and make adjustments right here in Photoshop. You can do mess with the brightness and the contrast and do whatever the heck you want, to be honest. I'm gonna just up it a little bit, make it just look a little bit better, but we're gonna get straight into it now. So what you want to firstly do is make a new layer. Always make a new layer when you're weathering stuff. You want to build your weathering up on different layers, and I have custom weathering brushes. You can find if you just look up weathering brushes for for Photoshop, you could just look it up on Google Chrome. You'll find some. I bought mine for like $1.99, and yeah. So we're gonna get straight into it. So you can see, if you do this, it doesn't look too good. But you come down here to example multiply, and you can see how the paint is now faded and whatever. But we're not gonna talk about that first. First, we're gonna talk about how to get your color ready. So what I recommend, first of all, is go down to about the color of orange on the little gradient tool right here. Go down to orange, and then just find like what kind of color you want the grime to be. You don't want it to be all orange, you don't want it to be all black. You want it to be like right here in the middle. When you're weathering up your locomotive, you want it to be literally right here in the middle. You can make it look a little bit more dirtier by going to a little bit more brown, make it look a little bit more faded by going towards the white a little bit more. But we're gonna start off with a little bit of a fade first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. I'm gonna go back to my paintbrush tool, and I'm gonna lower it down a little bit, and I'm just gonna come down here, and I'm going to start to weather the engine. It's very simple. Just do all this right here. Don't forget the cap. Get the cap. And don't forget the reflective tape. Definitely don't forget the reflective tape. Alright, after you have all that done, you want to come down here to where it says normal. Click on it, and you can see whatever type of layer and tool, I guess, you can use. You can use hard light, soft light, do whatever. See how it makes the engine look dirt, like some of them make them look dirtier, like right here, or right here, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with more than likely overlay. I'm gonna go with the overlay tool. So what you can do now is just add some little stuff here and there. Get the sure to get the stack, but we're gonna do the stack and on another layer. But make sure you get all the parts you want to weather right here. Just get all of that. Don't forget it. Now what you want to do, since this looks way too hard on the weathering, what you want to do is probably come down here to the fill, lower it a little bit, come to the opacity, lower it a little bit. And this is where you start to get crazy with your locomotive. Just start going crazy on it with multiple layers. Don't just put everything on one layer and then call it a day. It won't look too good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show y'all how to fade the paint a little bit. So to fade the paint, you really just want to go right here to wherever paint that your locomotive is. Like, okay, so if with a Norfolk Southern engine, it's gonna be hard to fade the paint, but with like a CSX engine, a Canadian Pacific, Canadian National, anything that Union Pacific, BNSF engines that have like a very high tone of paint, you can just go over it. Example right here, get all the outline over here, here, and here, and then you can see right, if you go to, I think it's color, yeah, color or saturation or whatever, you can see how it fades the paint kind of. So you want to do that right there. Let me get it over here a little bit, over here. Definitely want to get the top since then you're just gonna be in the suns. Get that up there. And remember, not the whole engine in real life will be faded like this unless it's literally a war bonnet, which y'all have seen my war bonnet recent. So what I'm gonna do now is come down here to fill, lower it just a little bit, slightly, ever so slightly. So like there, opacity, lower it a little bit, and from there you're good to go. This is just ever so simple weathering job right there. But I'm gonna get crazy with it. I'm gonna weather this entire thing, and I'll come back to y'all when we are done weathering the locomotive. Basically done. What you're gonna do now is I'm just gonna come over here to paint.net, open it in paint.net right quick, and you can see the difference. We went from something like here, I'll do it actually better comparison for y'all guys. So what you're gonna do is, I forgot to tell y'all to do this, but I'm gonna just show you. For example, with your layers, it doesn't matter which one, but when you complete, you want to press on one of your layers, merge visible. When you merge visible, it will merge all your layers down into your main background. So, and you have to copy the background layer. Remember that, onto the paint.net to be able to finish your locomotive. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit, all right, sorry about that guys, but what you're gonna do now is you're gonna press Control A, and when you press Control A, these little lines will start blinking or whatever. After you do that, press Control C, and you wanna go over to, back over to paint.net, press Control V, and now you can really see the difference that we have made. We went from something like this to this very dirty engine. So after that, you're basically done. So what you're gonna do now is you can close that out. Close that out now. Don't save it. Press Control V. Come here to File, Save As. Make sure it saves as a TGA. Map 1 TGA, not bump. Map 1 TGA, yes. Press OK, and you're basically done. So what you want to do now, come over here, back over to Trainz, come over to the locomotive, and go inside the config file. And I'm just gonna add weather. And yeah, that is basically it. After you do that, you close this and save and submit, and you're done weathering your own locomotive for Trainz. There's ways to do it in paint.net, but I don't know how to yet, sadly. But one day I'll make a video on how to do it in paint.net. But for now, we're gonna get straight into the game. I'm gonna show you the results of the engine. Okay, so basically y'all can see the end result now, and yeah, so this is what we started off as with our normal dash shape. And we've finished up with this thing. You can see how the paint is now The paint is now starting to fade out. You can kind of see Conrail starting to come back inside the the locomotive. Oh shoot! You see how it just looks like a dirty locomotive needs probably a new paint job. And yeah, that really just shows you what you can really do with the power of Photoshop and weathering and whatever the crap. In all, this locomotive came out amazing. I think it looks pretty good. And just a disclaimer, I'm not the best at weathering. This is, yeah, I just do it whatever. I really don't care how it looks. But yeah, this is how it came out for me. It looks alright, not bad. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I will speak to y'all later. Peace out.